if Caitlin would start her own league with you, I'd give her $100 million and I have as many billionaires as you needed to start a league.
Did you see the absolute bomb Dave Portnoy just dropped on the WNBA? Oh, he's back. And this time, it's not just another rant or viral hot take. Portnoy came swinging with something massive. An offer so huge it could shake the WNBA to its core. We're talking about a move that could rewrite basketball history entirely. A full-on business proposal worth $100 million, all centered around one person, Caitlin Clark.
You said you'd partner with her and give her $100 million. That's the biggest offer that she's gotten. So
if she would have let me be her agent, I would have in a second. And if she's like, I'll start a new league with you, I would get her whatever you want.
Like millions of fans who actually get what's happening, Portnoy knows the truth. The WNBA only has life right now because of Caitlin Clark. Period. And the way the league, especially Commissioner Kathy Engelbert, has treated her isn't just disrespectful, it's downright humiliating. That's why Portnoy is stepping in, doing what no one else has the guts to do. He's putting $100 million on the line, basically saying, Caitlin, forget them, build your own league. If you think she should take the deal and walk away from the WNBA, smash that like button and tell us in the comments, because this might be the moment that changes women's basketball forever.
If Caitlin Clark said, I'm taking my ball and I'm going home and I'm starting my own league, the WNBA would be done in 2 seconds. You don't think Caitlin Clark could line up billionaire investors and start and just get all these players to come with her if they're going to pay a lot more? Of course she would. But for some reason, they want to alienate her. It's like they want her to suffer coming in. You just never seen anything like it where the commissioner doesn't seem to value the stars or the golden goose.
Here's the twist everyone's missing. This wasn't some random rant from Dave Portnoy. He's serious. This was planned, thought out, and backed with numbers. He even laid out a business model that made it sound like Caitlin Clark's already thinking about her next move. The question now is, how real is this? If she accepts, are we watching the beginning of the end for the WNBA's leadership? Because from where things stand, the commissioner might have just buried her own reputation on live TV. Let's be real. Portnoy isn't afraid of controversy. He lives for it. But this time, he didn't just make noise. He dropped a bomb. If Caitlin Clark ever wants to start her own league, he's ready to fund it with $100 million cash to prove it.
If she truly was like, I'm out of here, I'm starting my own league, she'd have people lining up, including myself, and she would put the WNBA out of business. I really do believe that. I think she's that powerful for the whole league.
And make no mistake, this isn't empty talk. Dave Portnoy doesn't bluff. His history in sports investment speaks for itself. So when a guy like that goes on live TV and makes a promise this big, you better believe he's serious. And that's exactly what has the WNBA panicking. Because if Caitlin even thinks about saying yes, Engelbert's entire empire collapses overnight. And Portnoy didn't stop after announcing it. He doubled down, urging her to take it. You could hear the conviction in his voice. It wasn't a pitch. It was a call to action. He's all in, and the league knows it.
Money talks. Like if you get the money lined up and you get the superstars, like, oh, you can only make $1 million here, you can make $5 million with our league. I think it would work.
I mean, when she was golfing, originally when she did that little celebrity golf thing, it wasn't going to be televised. And there were so many people emailing them saying, like, can we see this? Like, how can we see this? And then all of a sudden it was on television. And so even that in itself, it's like Caitlin, she hit somebody with the golf ball.
Yeah.
That's like, she's not,
yeah.
It's not like she's this phenomenal golfer. That, no offense, Caitlin, but like,
she would be top 3. Like if I could just be like, hey, I want Barstool to rep you and have the rights to like use your marketing, and she would top the line, male, female, any. I believe that's how powerful she really is.
Before we unpack his offer, it's important to understand why it exists. Because once you see the WNBA's arrogance, poor leadership, and tone-deaf handling of their biggest star, you'll understand why Portnoy's proposal hit like lightning. This firestorm started when Nafisa Collier revealed a shocking private conversation during her exit interview. She exposed something Commissioner Kathy Engelbert allegedly said, and it wasn't just embarrassing. It was explosive. Collier claimed Engelbert told players they should be grateful for everything she's done for them.
I sat across from Kathy and asked how she planned to address the officiating issues in our league. Her response was, well, only the losers complain about the refs. I also asked how she planned to fix the fact that players like Caitlin, Angel, and Paige, who are clearly driving massive revenue for the league, are making so little for their first 4 years. Her response was, Caitlin should be grateful she makes $16 million off the court, because without the platform that the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything. And in that same conversation, she told me players should be on their knees thanking their lucky stars for the media rights deal that I got them.
That alone was stunning. But what came next blew everyone's minds. Collier said Engelbert even claimed that Caitlin Clark should thank the WNBA because, according to her, every sponsorship and every deal Caitlin gets exists because of the league. Thing about that, the commissioner basically took credit for Caitlin Clark's fame. That's one of the most insulting things a sports executive could say about the one player keeping her league relevant. Fans saw through it immediately. Social media went off. Analysts, players, and fans all demanded the same thing. Fire Kathy Engelbert.
That's a mentality driving our league from the top. We go to battle every day to protect a shield that doesn't value us. The league believes it succeeds despite its players, not because of them. We have the best players in the world. We have the best fans in the world. But right now, we have the worst leadership in the world.
As that storm kept building, another wave hit, one no one expected. Some analysts started asking if there might actually be a sliver of truth in what Engelbert said. That question set off a firestorm in sports media. Experts started comparing stats, sponsorship data, and revenue numbers. What they found left the league completely exposed and proved just how much the WNBA depends on one player's star power.
Do you give Kathy Engelbert credit for the TV deals that she has struck, or does all this kind of lead to her demise?
No, I give her no credit for anything she struck because as far as I know, it was a struggling league until this new class of rookies came out. And I mean, listen, this may say a lot about my WNBA knowledge. If you threw Asia Wilson's name at me like 2 years ago, I'm not sure I really would have known who that is. I certainly would have known who Nafisa Collier is. Like, yes, I knew the bigger stars, and those are as big, but like I'm talking about Diana Taurasi, but I wasn't locked in on this league. Everything has changed.
That's when Dave Portnoy stepped in and delivered the knockout punch. His response wasn't a rant. It was a precision strike. He said it plainly. The WNBA's been around for decades, and nobody cared. Nobody watched. Nobody bought tickets. Then Caitlin Clark arrived, and suddenly the world paid attention. He's not wrong, either. The numbers back him up.
The ratings show it. The interest shows it. We're talking about it. You turn on Fox Sports, you talk, or ESPN, they talk about the WNBA a lot. That was never the case like 3-4 years ago.
I mean, last season was insane, and you can look at the ratings too. And I think there was like the Fever numbers actually were better than some NBA teams' numbers when it came to viewership last season. And so like the numbers are there.
Just look at the stats. The Indiana Fever's viewership this season broke records. Some games even outdrew NBA broadcasts. Let that sink in. A rookie in her first 2 years managed to pull audiences bigger than professional men's teams. That's not hype. It's transformation. When Caitlin plays, arenas sell out, the cameras show up, and the entire country tunes in. When she doesn't, silence. That's not bias, that's fact.
I noticed when you're asking about Caitlin a lot, you bring up other rookies as well.
No league's ever about one player. That player could get hurt or whatever. So I think it's just to give recognition that in sports, people watch for compelling content and rivalries. And you can't do that alone as one person.
And here's the harsh truth. Instead of embracing it, the WNBA's leadership is trying to suppress it. Engelbert's run as commissioner has been driven by jealousy, ego, and denial, rather than building around Caitlin Clark. She spent her time proving the league doesn't need her. That kind of pride kills progress. Caitlin isn't just a player. She's a moment, the once-in-a-generation figure who could elevate women's basketball to new heights. But Engelbert chose to fight it. And now Portnoy's $100 million offer is the price for that mistake. Because make no mistake, Caitlin Clark didn't need the WNBA to become a star. The WNBA needed Caitlin.
These are the same players who have essentially tried to run Caitlin and her fans out of this league, including me. I don't make it about me, but if you recall, and I will make it about me, when I went to the Fever Chicago game, they launched an investigation saying I was doing monkey calls, which is the most outrageous thing in the history of the world because of the Jumbotron, and a league that'll say Indiana Fever fans are bad and we're doing investigations with no proof, no nothing, and have never stuck up for Caitlin. And you've had players be like, it's not about her. Why she get all the attention? But then they don't complain when they get private planes from Caitlin in the new media deals.
And the craziest part, the WNBA still doesn't see it. They've been handed a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to revolutionize women's sports, and they're blowing it. Instead of celebrating the player who brought them relevance, they're busy undermining her and pretending they're the reason for her success. It's self-destruction in slow motion, and that's exactly what pushed Portnoy over the edge. His viral offer wasn't just business. It was a reflection of what millions of fans already feel. The WNBA doesn't deserve Caitlin Clark.
They've alienated an entirely new fan base, and it's almost like the old guard have consistently, we want the credit, we don't want to share in the pot. So Nafisa is correct, and she's been saying those things from the jump. But I find it curious, a lot of the players who don't seemingly equate embracing all these new fans with bigger contract deals, bigger money, are now agreeing with her. It's both. The referees stink. Everything about the league, the way they run it and market it, stink. The way they treat their fans, stink. So all of this is true.
But don't mistake this for some emotional fan reaction. Dave Portnoy is not just doing this because he likes Caitlin. He's a businessman. In his interview, he broke it down clearly. Women's basketball is skyrocketing. The audience, the engagement, the attention, it's all exploding. And in his world, that means one thing, opportunity. He compared it to getting in early on a massive tech boom. In other words, Caitlin Clark isn't just an athlete. She's an entire business revolution waiting to happen.
Right now, amongst the billionaire class, sports seem to be like the next big investment wave, right? Especially with all other entertainment kind of going AI. Like, this is going to be where human beings are still telling stories on the field, on the court, where everybody wants to put in their money.
And unlike the WNBA's leadership, Portnoy actually has a plan. He didn't just throw out an idea. He explained exactly how a new league could work and make money. His plan focused on the basics the WNBA keeps missing: real marketing, competitive games, and putting stars like Caitlin front and center. Because fans are already here. They just want something worth their attention. The formula is simple. Caitlin Clark equals sold-out games, national coverage, and massive revenue. The WNBA just refuses to admit it. That's why Portnoy's offer hit like a wake-up call. It wasn't fantasy. It was common sense.
They got to clean up the league. The refereeing is atrocious, and you can't.
What do you think is the change there?
You got to let your superstars be superstars. You can't let your best players be getting mugged. Freedom of movement, things like that. Like, people don't want to. There's a reason why everyone's hurt. Like, protect your players. Like, it's not in the NBA. Yeah, okay, fine. In the beginning, like, Jordan was getting hammered, but like, you don't want.
But they changed the rules.
Correct. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's okay to be like, we want Caitlin or Paige to shine. Like, that helps the game. Let your superstars be superstars. That's what we want to say.
Then came the part that truly stunned people. Portnoy didn't just talk about numbers. He talked to Caitlin directly, like a man pitching the deal of a lifetime. He said what she's earning now is nothing compared to what she could build with him. The message was clear. She doesn't need the WNBA. They need her. And to silence the doubters, Portnoy said he already has billionaire investors ready to back the new league the moment Caitlin says yes. These aren't just fans. They're people who see women's basketball as the next global investment wave.
If Caitlin would start her own league with you, I'd give her $100 million, and I have as many billionaires as you needed to start a league.
Step back, it's clear. Portnoy's not bluffing. And for the first time, Caitlin Clark holds all the power. She could change everything overnight. Start her own league. Take the fans, the sponsors, and the cameras with her. Because right now, people don't follow the WNBA. They follow Caitlin Clark. The big question? What does she think about it all? So far, she stayed silent. No comment on the offer. Portnoy himself said she's fully focused on her game and her team. That loyalty and humility, that's what makes her a true star.
Very rarely, if ever, publicly says anything that, like, should cause any waves. She's kind of like been a good trooper for the Fever and the league.
But loyalty only goes so far. Caitlin keeps giving everything to the WNBA, while the league keeps giving her reasons to walk away. Engelbert's running out of time. Every bad call, every snub, every tone-deaf moment pushes Caitlin closer to that $100 million door. The WNBA is at a crossroads. Either rebuild the league around her and finally show respect, or keep pretending she needs them and watch her walk away. Because if she ever takes Portnoy's offer, it won't just be news. It'll be an earthquake. The day the WNBA finally realizes too late that you can't grow by disrespecting the one person holding it together. What do you think? Should Caitlin Clark stay or take control of her own future? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe, and turn on notifications, because this story's only getting bigger.